I chose to vote for President Trump. Here's why. Before COVID, obviously, you can't, I mean, COVID response, I'll talk about that later. However, but before COVID, our economy was at an all time high. We had, it was absolutely crazy. We weren't dependent on oil. Oil prices actually dropped to the point where it was negative prices. We weren't dependent on any other country for oil or anything else. Tariffs on China, tariffs on Russia. Right? Oh, excuse me, I forgot to mention. Go back to the Biden thing, the Hunter Biden thing. Now that's not even out. They're being investigated by the FBI with legit claims, not this bogus Russia stuff that they tried with President Trump when he got elected. Anyways, all right, moving on. Sorry. Unemployment was at an all-time low to include black people, black Americans, right? All right. Median household income was the highest it's ever been. African American unemployment, lowest ever. Like it just goes on and on and on. For women's unemployment recently reached its lowest in 65 years. Women, black Americans, white people alike, everybody. Unemployment was at an all-time low. Economy at an all-time high. Let's see. Tax cuts. He cut our taxes. Right? Who does? And that's another thing. It's a big issue right now, right? Tax cuts, tax cuts. Oh, the rich need to pay more. Here's the deal. You ever gotten a job from a poor person? Because I sure haven't. Rich people, wealthy people create jobs. Even though you cut their taxes, they still pay more taxes. And tax cuts go downhill, right? Raising taxes goes downhill as well. You raise taxes on the rich. They raise taxes to make sure that they don't lose profits on their product, which raises the price. They lay people off. It all rolls downhill to where, oh, jobs. We don't have any jobs. We don't have this. We don't have that. And everybody's complaining. Well, you tax the people that had jobs. Actually, when he did the tax cut, a lot of people got bonuses they hadn't gotten in years because of how much the companies were going to save, and they gave it back to their employees, exactly what he had in mind. All right. Another hot topic, border security. You may not like it. I don't care. A secure border is safety for all. 30 years ago, MS-13 wasn't a thing in the United States. Hell, 20 years ago, never even heard of it. In the last 20 years, it's become the biggest and most deadly gang in the United States. It comes from El Salvador. Where do you think they come via? Mexican border. Close the border. Want to come to the U.S.? Come here the right way. I have heard this from immigrants that came here the right way. You think they care about illegal immigrants? What's the first word in that phrase? Illegal. So when you have AOC and all these people like, oh, we want to bring them in. I don't. Oh, we have kids separated, 500 kids separated from their parents. I'm sorry to hear that. Who put those children in danger? Their parents. Or coyotes. And no, I don't mean the furry creatures that run around and kill rabbits. Seen that post too. These are the people we're dealing with. I'm talking about actual coyotes, human traffickers that bring them across the border and then sell them. That's what happens. Those are coyotes. It's baffling to me why we wouldn't want that. I want it. I want to secure our borders, right? 3.9 million Americans have come off of food stamps. 95% of U.S. manufacturers optimistic about the future. Retail sales surge. Our economy just bounced, as a matter of fact, our economy just bounced back 33% in the last quarter. And we're still under COVID. The president has not been wrong. When he tried to shut down the border and shut down flights from China in early December, he was a xenophobe and a racist, right? By all the left and all the Democrats. Now they're like, oh, you should have shut it down sooner. Can't have both. Dr. Fauci, wear a mask, don't wear a mask. Quarantine, don't quarantine. The WHO, they don't know what's going on. They don't know what you're supposed to do. They're back and forth. Now they're saying quarantine is worse than if we wouldn't have quarantined, blah, blah, blah. The president's been saying the whole time, keep the country open, keep everything going. This virus is a virus like anything else. Is it real? Yes. Is it deadly? Yes. If you have a compromised immune system or if you're elderly, you need to be careful. No different than flu season. The same precautions. Now, I predict this could be a record low deaths in flu season. We usually have about 40,000 a year. I mean, the flu season, the regular flu that you know is coming every single year, 40,000 a year die. Now we have a new virus nobody's ever heard of, nobody's ever seen, come to this country like, oh my God, we had 200,000 deaths. No shit. Nobody knows what it is. Nobody knows how to fix it. Just like when the H1N1 flu came through. It's crazy to me. Well, but, everybody blames the president. We need to open this country. We need to do all these things. Not to mention, president, all the money he's given to HSBCs. I'll be completely honest with you. I'm not a fan of segregated universities or saying like that. If I said like a historically white college, same thing goes to Black and Forth. But I understand the history behind historically black colleges. So I'm okay with it to an extent. However, the president has given billions to historically black colleges. Not just every year. They had to come back every single year, if anybody didn't know that, and ask the president for a new grant, more money, more money, more money. And he finally asked them, I've seen an interview, asked him, why do you keep coming back? He's like, we have to. It gets renewed every year. He's like, what? That's ridiculous. Here's more money than you're asking for and over a 10-year period, so you don't have to come back and keep asking for money. Because they kept saying, man, they felt like they had to beg for money, and the president stopped that. He's a real racist, let me tell you. Let's see. I mean, the list just goes on and on and on. It's absolutely insane how much information is out there and people don't know. Or they don't care because they just don't like the guy. I don't care about likability. I don't have to like you to know that you can do an effective job. This guy has been doing a great job for 4 years. This guy's going to get reelected. It's going to be tragic for some people again. Liberal tears are going to fall. And I'm going to love it. Because our country's going to be better for it. Our money's going to be worth more. We're actually putting America number one for once. If you can't get on board with that, there's something wrong. We need to put our country first. Manufacturing needs to be done here. We are number one. All Americans are number one. As you've seen with former Vice President Joe Biden, China, Ukraine, Russia, he's taking money from all these folks. He is a puppet. He is a puppet to try to get to socialism. If you care about freedoms, the Second Amendment, the First Amendment, and the rest of the Constitution, you better be voting for President Trump. If you don't, you vote for Joe Biden. Be careful what you wish for if he wins. Do not come to me. I don't want to hear any complaining. I don't want to hear any, oh man, because most of you won't anyways. But we're going to know. We're going to know that you made a mistake, and you're going to know that you made a mistake. And I have no sympathy, because I'm going to be all right. Most Americans that are successful are going to be all right, regardless. But be careful what you wish for. I don't think you're going to get it anyways. I'm predicting Trump in a landslide victory. I think there is more Trump supporters, especially by looking at the rallies that's been going on. It is unbelievable. Oh, so I know somebody's going to say this, that I didn't bring up Trump's past, the negative things about President Trump. So I'm going to. Did President Trump participate in not letting black or race limiting properties in New York that he owned? Yes, he did in the 1970s, as most did in that time frame. Does that make it right? No. But as we know, of the time, it wasn't wrong. We can hindsight this and say, hey, it was wrong, and we know it's wrong. But at the time, it wasn't wrong. And before he ran for president, he was very popular, won all kinds of awards, giving all kinds of money to underprivileged communities. Done a lot of things so far with the prison reform, freeing people. Hopefully he, legalizes marijuana. But the biggest attack that he's gotten on that I completely disagree with is his religion. I've seen Justice Barrett get attacked for her religion. I've seen Justin Kavanaugh get attacked for his religion. I've seen President Trump get attacked for his religion. What is going on? When has being religious been a problem? Other than it doesn't go with your views. I'm over it. I'm ready for Trump 2020. I'm ready for the next 4 years of this country to be better, to work for hopefully the next president. I'm guessing Dan Crenshaw, a Texas senator. He needs to run. He needs to let us know. Because I vote for him. I think that guy's an even keel guy. I think he could definitely be the next Republican president. All right. That's all I got for today. If you have anything, please hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think. Either way, don't miss my next episode. I don't know what it's going to be on. I'll probably have a guest. I'm going to try to have a guest on. We're going to talk about post-election reaction. We'll see if I was right. We'll see if I'm wrong, right? And then I'm gonna bring somebody on that I don't agree with. I think, like I said, subscribe, do all that YouTube stuff, do all that podcast stuff. I'm gonna put some links down in the comments. Y'all help me out if you want. If not, it's no big deal. I appreciate you listening, anyways. Well, until next time, I'm out.